Welcome to the Resilient Rainer, the premier podcast focused on mental performance for equestrians and improved horse show performance. Whether you're a rookie reiner or a seasoned competitor, this show is for riders who want to take their skills to the next level and achieve their full potential in the show ring. I'm Nicole Burnett, and I'm a master mindset coach who's obsessed with helping you achieve all those horse dreams you always thought were impossible. Join me each week to develop a show-ready mindset and gain the competitive edge you need to compete with confidence. Welcome back to the Resilient Rainer podcast. I'm Nicole Burnett, your host, and imagine transforming your summer vacation into a powerful tool for becoming the rider you've always dreamed of being. Picture yourself returning from your break, not just refreshed, but more focused, more confident, more connected with your horse than ever before. Does that sound too good to be true? It's not. I had some really awesome breakthroughs on my 4th of July vacation, and I knew I had to share them. So today I'm going to share how you can turn your time off into an opportunity for growth and how it really is so interconnected. So I'm going to share a personal story from my family vacation over the 4th of July to illustrate this concept and to inspire you to harness this power, because we're in the middle of summer vacation. I know there's no cowboy hat today because it is 100 degrees. I am sweating, and so we've got to keep the hair up. Hair off the neck is the objective. It is so hot. So vacation. They're supposed to be your time to unwind, right? They're supposed to be. But how often do we find ourselves distracted, even when we're supposed to be relaxing? So does that happen to any of you? You're supposed to be relaxing, you're supposed to be on vacation, but you're just maybe a little fidgety. As a fairly driven person and no stranger to hard work, it can be difficult to find the off switch and to turn off and just unwind. So during my recent family vacation on the 4th of July, I found myself feeling kind of just constantly just thinking about work, thinking about my riding goals, thinking about the never-ending to-do list back home. It was tough for me to be fully present, even when we were at the beach, even when we're roasting marshmallows, like even when we're doing things that are just fun. And they're only supposed to be fun. This struggle is not unique to being on vacation. This is something that we as riders, we face regularly in the saddle. Those distractions, doubts, anxieties, they can easily pull us away from the present moment. And so you don't have to be on vacation to have all of those things just creeping into your mind and disrupting your ride. So I'm talking about being present. Why is being present so powerful? When I finally managed to let go and immerse myself in just these simple joys of vacation, right? Feeling the sand beneath my toes, hearing the waves crash on the shore, savoring the gooey perfection of a roasting marshmallow, I realized how much more fulfilling all those moments were when I was just there enjoying them. And when I am fully present in the moment, all of the outside worry, it just fades away as I just deal with the now. And this is the exact same thing that's happening in your riding. When you're fully present, you're going to connect better with your horse. Your movement, your physical movements are going to be more fluid. Your performance in your riding improves. Period. Presence allows you to truly experience and enjoy the ride, right? You can have fun instead of just going through the motions. If you ever hope to ride in flow, to ride with more ease, to ride at your peak, you need focus. Now, staying present, it does take practice. And I know that. I know that so much. It is a challenge even for me sometimes to practice what I preach. But while staying present takes practice, it's so worth it. I will admit, sitting on the beach and feeling the itch to, do something. And I had a lightning bulb moment where I went, Nicole, being present and focused and here on the beach, this is no different. And it's the exact same skill as being present and focused in the saddle when I'm riding, when I'm about to compete. And I really had this moment where I went, oh my gosh, this is the exact same thing. It's the same skill. And that really helped me to realize that overlap of skill. And I hope that you are as pleased as I was to realize that fully enjoying myself, floating in the water on my, tropical little floaty, little inner tube thing, that was actually, I was practicing the exact mental skills that I need to ride better. And it's so silly. We do ourselves such a disservice when we miss that it's the same thing. You're practicing the same skills. So here's some things that I did and some techniques that helped me on that vacation and that can help you too. So I'm going to share 3 things. So the first thing, mindfulness. So mindfulness exercises. And this is things like really simple breathing techniques, because what they're doing is you're anchoring yourself in the present moment, right? And this is something you can do this on vacation, you can do this in the saddle, you can do this anytime. And so just things like try taking deep, slow breaths and just focus on each inhale and exhale and allow that physical experience to help ground you in the present moment. The second thing is sensory awareness. So this means engage your senses fully. You can notice the sounds around you, right? I was at the beach, so I can hear the waves. I can hear dogs. I can hear birds. But what do you hear? You can notice the sights, notice the colors. But what do you see? You can notice the smells, right? Do you have food? Do you smell any saltiness? Do you smell sweetness? What do you smell? What are tastes? This is a great one because there's, especially in the summertime too, maybe there's Gatorade, maybe you're chewing a stick of gum. There's usually some sort of taste that you can call upon to help you ground in that present moment. And then the textures. What do you feel? Do you feel sand? Do you feel grass? Do you feel, if you need to, you can touch your t-shirt, touch your hand, but just something to help you ground in the present moment. Whatever is around you, just observe it. Just observe it, right? Does your cooler top have those little bubbles, right? The little things on top. So when I focus, for example, on the sounds from a crackling fire, the sweet taste of marshmallows, that really helped to ground me in that present moment. And then the third thing are mindful activities. So being present in whatever you're doing. And this does sound very simple, but I also deeply appreciate that it might be simple, but it can also be really tricky to execute. And it doesn't matter if you're on vacation or riding your horse, that mindfully being there, it can be tricky. So things like go for a walk when you're on vacation, go for a walk down the beach, but maybe go without your phone, right? Just be there. See if you see a bird flying, just be there. The other thing, practice mindful eating. So taking one bite at a time and really savoring it. I'm terrible at this. My husband is amazing at this. I am terrible at this one. But just mindfully eating is really powerful. And again, eating is such a sensory experience that that it can be a really powerful way to just be in the moment. So again, if you eat lunch with someone, maybe not, but if you ever, once a week, eat lunch alone and take 10 minutes to just eat your food in a very mindful fashion, it's really amazing how challenging so many people find that. The other one is, again, we're talking about being on vacation, fully engage in your family activities. Yes, I do mean go immerse yourself completely in that game of Monopoly. During our vacation, I made it a point to be fully present during family ice cream time, and it really made a world of difference. Typically, we think of mindfulness as something that we practice and it's really disconnected from our time in the saddle, right? Or you think of creating mindful moments with your horse. Things like grooming as a time to connect with your horse and yourself. And so you can use that. You can notice the rhythm of the brush strokes, the texture of your horse's coat, and your horse's reactions. And all of that is so great. Absolutely look for those moments in your life where you can bring more present moment awareness. And don't forget that when you choose to dig your toes in the sand, that when you take a deep breath and you can be fully present in that incredible moment, that you are absolutely training your ability to be focused, to be fully in the present moment. And that skill, that is one of the best gifts that you can give yourself as a rider. I really think this is why so many people also see a spike. You'll have a really great ride after you have a break. And it's because if you finally allow yourself to disconnect, then you finally allow yourself to be fully in the present moment at the end of your vacation, and then you come back and you're tapping into that ability that you were just practicing, that you didn't realize you were practicing, to be focused, to just be there. And so then you climb back in the saddle and you're just there with your horse, meeting your horse wherever they're at that day, right? Whatever your horse needs, you're just so in the moment, you can meet them where they're at and have a really great ride. I know for us, as we were driving back home and driving through this super, super windy mountain pass. And so that was another activity that required my full attention because there's no cell service at all. And it's just super twisty turny. And I realized that I just felt such a weight lift off my shoulders from just being here in the now. And I really realized that the moments that I enjoyed the most from that vacation were just the ones where I was fully present. And, watching my kids bury themselves in sand and feeling the warmth of the sun and just being there with my family was so fulfilling. And not to be totally corny, but these moments, they really reminded me that presence is not just about being there physically, but engaging mentally, emotionally. So I really encourage you to try these mindfulness techniques. So I mentioned mindfulness exercises with breathing, bringing sensory awareness, and just bringing that mindful activity to your behavior. So these are things that you can do on your vacation. We've still got, a lot of vacation left here, a lot of summer left. So I really encourage you to try these during your summer and on your vacation and just really see how, do this little experiment and observe how they can enhance not only your relaxation and enjoyment of your vacation, but also your riding. And how can you bring this in to your riding, and how can this increase your enjoyment and fun? And I absolutely have to remind you that when I talk about fun, this is not a throwaway, okay? Fun and play is a proven brain hack where you are going to learn faster, you're going to make more progress quickly, it's going to cement it in your brain stronger. So when you can tap into play, it's literally going to quantum leap your progress. So this is a big deal. It's not, have fun. No, you want to do better, You need to be having fun. You will do better faster. So that's not the topic of this, but it's a favorite little tangent of mine. Okay, so remember, friend, that being present, this is a really powerful tool that can transform your horsemanship. It's about consistently nurturing your mindset and staying focused even when it feels hard. And most of the time, stay focused even when it's hard. We think it's like, yeah, ride your pattern, do this. Hey, do you ever consider that you can train that skill set when you're on vacation and you're fidgeting and you just want to, use that skill set. Train yourself in that non-traditional way and see how it impacts your riding for the better. Growth comes from continuous effort. It doesn't come from perfection. So as you enjoy your summer vacation, practice being present and just observe the positive impact that it can have on your riding. And then, of course, share your experiences, share your wins and your challenges with me. I love to hear about your journey towards becoming a more focused and present rider. You can always send me a message or tag me at Nicole Burnett Mental Coach at Resilient Rainer. So thank you so much for being here today, for hanging out. Until next time, happy riding and happy vacationing. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on the podcast. I love this way of connecting with you as a community. If you love this episode, share it with a friend. If you hate this episode, share it with an enemy. And also, if you're listening, please go ahead and leave a review on iTunes. It really helps out the podcast, really helps me be able to reach more people. And just go there, rate it 5 stars, and leave a sentence or two about something that you took away from this episode. I really appreciate it. And if you are ready for more, come join us in Resilient Rainer Academy, where you're going to get your A to Z blueprint for creating your own unshakable confidence as a rider. I've removed all the guesswork for you and just step by step laid it out for you so that you can just get back to basics, train yourself as well as your horse, and build your own unshakable confidence as a rider so that you can finally be the leader your horse needs you to be. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much, and we'll talk soon. Happy trails.